Content moderation, for me at least, is not choosing whether something is okay for someone to see, but more determining if it meets certain criteria. It's up to the content provider, or host, what people should or should not see. I just make sure everything meets those demands. I guess it would be similar to how police officers don't make laws, they just enforce them. I guess the basic idea is that I'm scanning through a group of images, to determine if any of them contain adult content. One job I've done quite a bit, involves checking groups of animal pictures, to make sure they are all of animals, and didn't include human faces, or anything offensive. I've done content moderation for various companies, but I never knew who my employers were. I'm currently living in my car, while I travel around the US. All the work I do is online, and I do that on my laptop, so I'm always in a place with free Wi-Fi and electrical plug-ins. Most common is either a Starbucks or a McDonald's, with the occasional Panera's, public library, or local cafe. It does make it difficult to do moderation that has adult content, so I usually try to find a corner where no one can look over my shoulder, ha ha ha. I don't have a set schedule, so work hours depends on where I'm sleeping that night, and when I wake up. When I feel like getting up, I'll do a Google search for any places nearby that have free Wi-Fi. If I find a decent McDonald's, I'll go straight there, and get a burger when they start serving lunch. If work is really busy, and the place I'm working closes, I'll sometimes work in my car, and use my phone as a mobile hotspot. About a month ago, I was at McDonald's, reviewing images that were fairly dense with hardcore porn. I couldn't find a place to sit against the wall, that also had an electrical outlet. On one side of the restaurant, though, there was a seat, where I could see if anyone walked by to sit behind me, so I sat there. I spent the day working, and there were a lot of pretty graphic adult images, going as far as French fetish porn. About 3 hours in, I got up to use the restroom and looked behind me. There was a family sitting there, able to see everything I was doing. Apparently, there was a door I hadn't noticed, and people had been coming and going the whole time, ha ha ha. I enjoy the freedom. I mean, what other job would let me support myself while I'm traveling indefinitely? One downside is that I get paid by the task, so when work is slow I'm on a pretty tight budget. Occasionally, I see fairly disturbing images, but I don't mind it. There's occasionally a video containing some sort of gore, but that's been rare for me. Gruesome videos give me an odd, uncomfortable feeling. Like I can see violence and gore in a movie, and it's fine, but then sometimes I see a video and I know it's real, and it's disturbing. I can't really explain it. The most common type of video that I find disturbing is some of the French fetish porn I mentioned. Fetish porn is probably great, if that's what you're into. But if you aren't, it's usually pretty out there. For rare cases, where something such as child pornography, or other illegal content comes up, there are usually specific steps to take, that could potentially allow it to be fixed. If the video shows